In the third lesson, we will see the option cubes, which gives you the possibility to design simple wardrobes, sliding wardrobes, or oblique wardrobes. For example, if you have a sloping ceiling. This option cubes helps you also to design a unit from the beginning. For example, a unit for a bedroom or for living room. And also you can save it after in the catalog of the program in order to have it for a future project. Also, you can change with these option cubes the structure of all the units from the kitchen catalog, easy and fast. And for all these units, the program will generate automatically the price list with all the items which the project includes, the cut list, and details regarding the edges. First, we will see the first option for the simple wardrobe, and after we will see the other options. So after we will specify the dimension of the room, we will set this, we will choose this option, new room, and after from the window items, I will choose kitchen and wardrobe. After units, wardrobes, and let's start with the simple ones, so standard. Here, don't forget that you have for the corner different kind of wardrobes with the filler, rectangular, or diagonal, which of course you will specify the dimension you want to has each one. So I will start by selecting the first option, and after the button select. Here in this environment, in this window which we see now, we will start design this wardrobe from the beginning. So here we can set the structure, not only for this one, for the standard wardrobe, but for all kinds of wardrobes, even the sliding ones, even for those which are for sloping ceiling. Here we will see the three kind of structure the wardrobe can has. So the first one, boxed, is the option where each compartment of the wardrobe has its own sides: top side, bottom side, left side, and its own right side. So each compartment will have its own sides. The single box is another option where each compartment will have a common side, which is meaning each compartment will have only one top side, so a common side, one bottom side, and only one left side and one right side. And another option is the divided one, where the sides will separate the plinth. So let's see the first one now. Here also we can change, it's very important to know that we can change the thickness of the melamine. So if you want another thickness, you will select the desirable one. Also, you can change all these values from here, and after you change them, for example, you can double them. It is very important to select this option in order to be calculated from the program. If you don't want to change them, you can let them in this way. From the body, from this option, we can set in which way the sides will be placed, the sides of the wardrobe. So for the left corner, top left corner, we have 3 options in order the sides to be placed in the outside or in the inside or diagonal. And the same options we have for the bottom left corner, the same options for the bottom right corner, and the same options for the top right corner. So from here, you will set this detail. Also, from this option body, you can set if you want to have groove or not. If you want for the back side of the wardrobe to have groove. Now, these options are checked. If you don't want to have groove for the placement of the bags, you will deactivate these options. You can see here that each option has the letter H. Behind this letter, we have a value which marks the value of the groove. So behind the letter H, the value of the groove is 8 millimeters. I will close this window in order to show you from where the program automatically sees all these settings, initial settings, so the default settings. The program see from here, Parameters Manager, this button where you can select it from here or from here is the same button. After, if you select catalogs in general, you will see all the catalogs of the program, and it is very important to select the catalog units. So selecting this catalog, you will see the thickness of the melamine, which is 18 millimeters, and 8 millimeters for the groove, the depth of the groove, which we saw before. So behind the H, it is hidden this value. Of course, you can change it here, even the thickness, even this value, and another details, or you can change them when you will design the wardrobe. I will go back to the option Standard Wardrobe. I will select again the same option in order to continue to see another details. So we saw the details regarding the body of the wardrobe. I will select the front side of the wardrobe in order to see what we can do here. In this step, we can set in which way we will place the doors, which is meaning to hide the frame, to be half of the frame, or to place the doors in the inside of the frame. So from here we can set these options. Even the thickness of the door, you can change it from here, or you can change even the free space between the doors, which now is 3 millimeters. From the forward option, End Cap, you can add extra left side, or for the left side of the wardrobe, you can add an extra left side or an extra right side. I will add for now in the left side of the wardrobe an extra end cap, so an extra left side. Also, from here, you can add a top cap, and you can specify in which way it will be placed, or a bottom cap. I will not add now. I will add only on the left side of the wardrobe. But don't forget that you have even these options. From the plinth, you can set the distance you want to keep in order to place this item, so the plinth. From the back side or from the front, you can set the distance you want to keep when it will be placed. And even for the top molding, if you want to have top molding the wardrobe, you can change the distance you want to keep in order to place the top molding. And if you want to add top molding, it is very important this option to be checked. I will not add a top molding. I will add only the plinth. From the filler, you can add, for example, a filler in order to hide some defects of the room. For example, in the left side of the wardrobe or in the right side of the wardrobe, you can add this filler, and you will specify the dimension you want to have. After, you will check the correct option. So if you choose to add on the right side of the wardrobe, you will choose the option show right filler. After, we will approach these columns from where you will set some important details. For example, if you want to have the wardrobe, if you want the wardrobe to has a top molding, here in the first blank, you will specify the dimension the top molding you want to keep, to has. So if you want top molding, you will write here the dimension. And don't forget from the plinth to check this option. I will not add now a top molding. I will let only the plinth, which if you want to change its dimension, you can change this value. So in order to have 100, for example, not 50, you will change it here. Pay attention, the height of the wardrobe will be here in this blank, will be the maximum one. So the entire one, the entire, I mean with the plinth. And in the second column, you will see the height of the wardrobe without the plinth. This is very important. It is an important detail. Also, you will set the depth you want to has this wardrobe, the width, and also if you want to keep some partitions, compartments, you will write the number here. Automatically, the program will separate equal the compartments, and in the last blank you will see a value. This value is also specified here, and you can see it in this blank. Even the thickness of the melamine and the 3 values of the compartment. And the last value is the space which is not used, so the unused space, 52. I will go to the next level, the next step, which is the body builder. And where we can see in the right side of this window the wardrobe in 3D, if you want to see it from another angle, you will press continuously left click and you will move the mouse. And if you want to approach to do zoom in or zoom out, you will continuously press right click and you will move the mouse. We can see here in the right side of this wardrobe the filler we just added before. And in the left side of the wardrobe, we can see the extra left side we just added. If you want to change some details regarding the box of the wardrobe, you will select the sketch. So you will select here in the left side of this window. And after you will see the result in 3D. So I will select, for example, the middle compartment in order to set it to have another value. Pay attention. If you want to change the value of one compartment in order to be bigger than another one, it is very important first to set another compartment to be smaller. Why? Because you have to create that space if you want a compartment to be bigger than another one. So first you will set one of the compartments to be smaller, and after you will give the bigger dimension for the compartment you want to change. For now, I will select this one. Automatically you see that is marked with the red color, and in the first blank here I will write the dimension I want to set for this compartment. And after, from this button update, so from the third button, it will be changed. Automatically the program will calculate the width I want the wardrobe to keep, so that the dimension of 2 meters and 55 centimeters, and automatically the filler will be changed in order to keep that value. I will let this compartment selected in order to add for this compartment a fixed shelf. In order to fix it in order to fix it exactly from the top of the partition, so from the top of this compartment, I will write in this blank the distance I want to keep. And after, if I want to have door 2 in that compartment, I will check this option in order to have door. And after, from the third button, I will do update. Also, if you want, for example, to add another shelves, you can select the others compartments by pressing Shift and left click. You can select more compartments in the same time. And after, you will do the same. You will specify in this blank the distance you want to keep from the top side of the partition of the compartment in order to fix that shelf. And if you want to have door, you will check this option too. And don't forget to do update from the third button. Now I will go to the next step in order to set details regarding the doors. So here again we can see the wardrobe in 3D. And if you want to change some details, you will select the part, the space you want to change in the sketch. So I will select this one with left click. That space, it will be marked with red color. And after, from these buttons, I will set what exactly I want to add for that space. So, for example, from here, I can add drawers. In the first blank, I will set the number of the drawers, and in the second one, the height of each drawer, or the total height of all the drawers. So in order to set it regarding how you set this value, after you will select the option you want. If you want to create free spaces, you will select, as I said before, in the sketch, the space you want to change. And after, from the fourth button, you can create free spaces. Also, you can you observe here that the doors are individual. If you want to double the doors, you can select the door in the sketch, and from the second button, you can double it. If you want to select doors simultaneously, you will select the first one, and after, with Shift and left click, the others. From the second button, you will divide them, and in the case you want to don't keep, if you don't want to keep an equal dimension for the doors, you can select from the beginning one door to be smaller or bigger than the other one. For example, I will delete these doors. I will select them simultaneously, and after I will delete them from this button. So in order to divide them, I will select the second button, and here in this blank, I will specify what dimension I want for one of the doors, for the left one or for the right one. Forward, if you want, for example, to change the direction of opening the door, you can select it. And after, from this option, opening, you can set the opposite direction in order to open it. You can see in 3D that the knob has changed its direction. And if you want also, you can see the inside of the wardrobe by pressing double click on the image in 3D. I will select this option, hide doors, and after OK. So now I can see the inside space of the wardrobe. Automatically, the program added that side in order to support the opening door. So I changed its direction of opening. So automatically the program added that side. I will press double click on the image on 3D in order to deactivate the hide doors. And after, for example, I will go for the next step in order to see. This is the last step, where the program automatically calculates the number of the hinges and the type it should has. And from here, selecting this blank, we will see the list of different kind of accessories we can add in the wardrobe. So let's say that, for example, we want to add some shelves. If you want to add more shelves, here you can write the number you want to keep. And by pressing left click on the desirable compartment, the shelves will be automatically placed in equal distance between them. If you want to add only one shelf, it is not necessary here to write the number 1. If you want, for example, to change the height of the shelf, here you can write another value, and also here for the depth, in the second column, you will change the value of the depth in order the accessory, in this case the shelf, to be placed in another way. For example, don't forget that these columns will show you, will indicate you how smaller will be the depth, the height, and the width from the entire compartment. So if you want to change these values, you will change them here in the second column of this window, and after, by pressing left click on the compartment you want to add this shelf, you will see the shelf. Attention, if you move the mouse, you will see that the shelf is not fixed yet. So in order to fix it, for example, here there are more options in order to fix an item, or you can fix it by pressing left click. Or for example, if you want to be placed exactly in the middle of the compartment, you can select this button. Or for example, if you want to keep distance from the top side of the compartment or from the bottom side of it, you can set with the precision this distance. Forward, I will select, for example, a wardrobe rail. I will do one left click in the compartment I want to edit. And if I want to keep a distance from the top side of the compartment or from the bottom side of this compartment in order to fix this accessory, I will select the button local, and after, from the bottom or from the top side, I will specify the distance I want to keep in order to fix it there. By pressing the button update, the item will be fixed there. I will deactivate the button local, and I will continue to add another accessories if I want. Here this list is the same. We will see the same list for the forward wardrobes, which is meaning the sliding and with the slope. So this list is the same. Here you will also see the inner drawers, the lift for the wardrobe, different kinds and designs. Extending tie and belt. All the accessories you want to add in the wardrobe. This one is for the kitchen, so we will not select it. So if you don't want to add another items, you can do apply. If you remember the first lesson, we have the possibility to hide the doors in order to see the inner side of the wardrobe. We can select this button in order to see easier some technical details. For example, this shelf I set at 40 millimeters height, and the width at 50, for example. And the other shelves, I let them at 18 millimeters, and the depth was 15. Don't forget that you can open the door or the drawer you want, even for this wardrobe, like you saw in the first lesson for the units from the catalog kitchen. And if you want to change the doors, you will approach the same library, the doors library, from the window materials in order to change the doors. You saw these details in the first lesson. Let's see another details regarding the designing of wardrobes in order to change some details after you designed it. In order to change the details, you will press right click on the wardrobe, and after you will choose the option Geometry Edit. It will be opened the same window from where you designed initially the wardrobe. And let's see how we can change, for example, details regarding the front side of the wardrobe, so the front builder. If you want, for example, to change the doors, for example, these ones, I will select them by pressing left click and after shift and left click in order to select them in the same time, both of them. Let's say that these doors, I want to have glass. So I selected them, and after, from this blank, I will set them with glass door. After, in order to be changed the wardrobe in the project 2, I will press the button apply. Pay attention. If you want, for example, to change some details regarding the box, for example, in this stage, the other 2 steps you have to redesign them. You will have to set again these details. Even if you want to change, for example, also if you want to change the structure of the wardrobe, or if you want to change, for example, the dimension or the number of compartments, you will have the next steps. You will have to approach again. In order to avoid this procedure, in order to avoid to design again the last steps, the program gives you the possibility to modify some details by pressing right click and selecting this option, Variables Edit. It gives you the possibility to modify the thickness of the melamine, these values. Don't forget after to select this option in order to calculate them. Also here you can change the way will be placed the sides. You will change here, you can change the groove and the front. So in which way the doors will be placed. Let's say that here I will change, for example, this detail. You can see that the others options are not activated, which is meaning that I can't change them. So until this step, you can change some details, as you saw, without having without being in the position to design from the beginning the wardrobe. So you can save time in order to change some details until this step. And after, if you will apply, it will be changed only this detail. Without, I repeat, without having to start designing the last steps. If you want to see more details regarding technical details, cut list, a price list, or details regarding the edges, you will select this option, reports. After this button, you can see also this button here. And after, you will see, first of all, the price list. If you see this message, this is meaning that some items are bigger than the sheet, but this detail can be changed very easy and fast. You will see forward. So here we have the list by price. The price list, the program automatically generates this list and calculates the number of panels, the number of items. So here you will write, for example, the price by panel, by item, and after you will update these prices in order to recognize automatically the prices in the future projects. If you want to add another details to this list, by pressing the arrows from the keyboard, you can create another blank, and after you can write, for example, a sofa from IKEA. Don't forget from the second lesson that you can download different kind of 3D objects. And after, you can add them here. From Analyze, you will see all the items of units from the project you have, the dimension of the items, the quantity, and the details regarding the edges. Here it's very important to say that in the database we can change the details regarding the thickness of the edges and the parameters you would like to work with. So this is an environment where we can set some details regarding your way you would like to work. From the option details, you will see the items by selecting each item, each unit from the project. For example, this list has only this unit, but if you have more units here, by selecting each unit, you will see the items of the unit you selected. In the right side of this window, from the third button, if you will select it, automatically you will see details regarding the sheets. So in the first side of this window, we will see the material. And in the second part of this list, you will see the items which will be cutted. The dimension, the quantity, the detail regarding the rotated element or not, if allowed to be rotate it. This is automatically recognized by the program regarding the grains, if the item has grains or not. Also, you can see the item from which unit it is and its color. And at the end of the list, you will see the details regarding the edges. Here in this environment, you can set for the cut parameters blade. You can register the width of blade, for example, 5 millimeters. Also, if you have some loss, you will register here in millimeters the loss of length and pre-cut width in order to be calculated forward. If you want, from this environment, you can select each material and after the option Use as Master Detail in order to see the elements only from this material. So here you can see, for example, this dimension that it's bigger than the width of the sheet. So by pressing right click on this dimension, you can change it. So now you will not have that message anymore. I will deactivate the option Use as Master Detail in order to see all the sheet. So I will select the red button. Here we can do zoom in from this plus. I will select it. And after you can see it even in black and white from this button or with the color. If you will select to see it in this way, the green zone, it will be the lost material. The white line, it will shows you here the loss you registered before, for example, 20 millimeters. And if you will see items with blue lines, this is meaning that the blue lines indicates you that the item has edges. You will select each item, each sheet from here. And if you will see items which have this arrow, this is meaning that that item has grains. If you would like, from this option, you can select colors and to change the colors. You can select sheet by sheet from here in order to see the details, or you can print them one by one from this button. And selecting the first button, automatically the program will generate you a list with the percentage of the material which was cutted, and also with all the material you used from each color and thickness, and also the meters for the edges. And after you can print it from here. Don't forget that all these details are generated automatically from the program for the catalog, kitchen, wardrobes, and all the units you designed from the beginning. If you have a room with the sloping ceiling, you can also design the ceiling in order to be slope, but also you can design wardrobe in order to be sloping. So from the window items, kitchen and wardrobe, units, and after wardrobes, I will select the same category we saw before, standard. Again, I will select the first option as we selected before. the button Select, and we will see the same window as we saw before. Don't forget that you have the same options in order to change the type of structure of the wardrobe. The same options here. You can change again the thickness of the melamine or these values, and the same options regarding the front side of the wardrobe, regarding the box, the plinth, and the end cap. From the type, we can select these 3 types in order to have sloping wardrobes. So the first type is this one, height, slope, full. So I selected the type, and after, let's see this first type. So this this type, in this case, we will have even the box, even the door with the sloping, will be sloping. So from here, from the position, if you want, you can change the direction in order to be slope on the left or on the right side of the wardrobe. And in these blanks, you will set, as you saw before, the dimension, the height, the main height here, and the second height in this blank. So here I will write the smaller height, and here I will let this one. Of course, if you want, you can change it. I will set the width of the wardrobe, and if you want to have compartments or partitions, you will write again the number of the partitions you want to keep. From the button next, I will see the bodybuilder, so the box. We have, as I said before, the same options in order to set one compartment bigger than another or smaller. I will go to the next step. Here I can see again in 3D the wardrobe. And if I want to change some details in order to divide horizontal or vertical the door, I can set these details from these buttons, or I can add drawers or free spaces. So I have the same options as we saw before. I go to the next step, the last one, where again the program will calculate automatically the hinges, the number of them, and the type. And we have the same list with accessories as we saw before. So I'll do apply. This is one of these type of sloping wardrobes. I will go back at the same category, standard. I will do select. And let's see now another type of sloping wardrobe. I will select again this option type, and after I will select height, slope, front only. This is meaning that the box, it will be in 90 degrees, and only the door will be slope. Again, I can set here the direction I want to see the slope on the left or on the right side of the wardrobe. And again, I will select, I will write in this blank the second height. I will write here the smaller one and here the bigger one. Again, I will set the width and the number of partition. If I will go to the next level, so the next step, I can see, as I said before, that the box is in 90 degrees. Again, I repeat, I can select one compartment to be smaller than another one or bigger. The next step, I see again in the 3D in the right side of this window the wardrobe. And if I want to change and to divide the doors, I will select in the sketch the door I want, and again I have the same options as we saw before. And the last step, the step where we can we can add in the inner side of the wardrobe different kinds of accessories. Don't forget this list too. And after I will apply it. And don't forget that you can see the expansion of these wardrobes, the cut list as we saw before, the price list, and of course you can change the doors, the color, the design. Let's see now a last type of sloping wardrobe. I will select again the same option, standard, after the button select. And the third one, again I will select the type, is named step shape. This is meaning that this kind of wardrobe will be in 90 degrees, even the box, even the doors. Again, you can select another position in order to have the different value of height. Here at the second height, you will write again the smaller value. Here you will write the main one, the width, and the number of partitions. The next step is the same. We can change the dimension of the compartments. Regarding the front side of the wardrobe, we can choose the same options in order to change the doors, to add drawers or free spaces, and to divide the doors. And the last step again is the same list with accessories. So I will do apply. So these are the three types of wardrobes. I repeat, we can see the expansion of each one, the cut list, the price list, and all the technical details. If you want to design a unit from the beginning, you will approach again the same option. So the standard one, select. And here, regarding the unit you want to design, of course, you will do the settings you want. For example, I will design now a small unit for the bedroom, for example, or for the living room. And in order to be more beautiful, let's say beautiful, I will set another left and right end for this unit. And also here you can add another top cap. And if you will select this blank, you will set in which way it will be added, outside of the sides, diagonal, or inside. And of course, you will set the dimension you want to keep, the width, the depth if you want to change it, of course, if you want to change the dimension of the plinth. So don't forget the same options as we saw at the standard wardrobe. The number of partitions. I will go to the next step. So this is the unit I want to design. So I added two extra sides in the left and in the right side of this unit, and an extra top cap in order to be more beautiful. I select, for example, one of the compartments in order to, if I want to be smaller, in order to be at another dimension. Again, I will select the third button in order to change it. And after, I will go to the next step. So as you see, the steps are the same. We can do the same changes. For the front builder, I will select in the sketch the door I want to divide, for example, and from the second button, I will divide it in the middle. I will select the left side of this item, and for example, I will add here, instead of having a door, I will add from the third button drawer, and I will specify the dimension I want this drawer to has. And after, I will select, for example, the top side of this unit, and I will hide the door. So in order to be free space, I will hide it from the fourth button. And after, I will do I will select the button next in order to see the last step where I can add different kind of accessories. For example, for this unit, I will add 2 shelves, for example. After, I will do a one left click in the space I want to add these shelves. And after, if I don't want to add something else, I will apply. So for this unit, which I designed it from the beginning, I can see by pressing right click the technical specifications, as we saw in the first lesson for the units from kitchen catalog. And also we can see details regarding price list, cut list, and details regarding the edges. Also, you can save it. You can save it in one special library. Here, for example, in the window items, you can see a last category, which is named blocks. And here, for example, you can save different kind of items. You designed them from the beginning, or you downloaded from 3D Warehouse, if you remember from the second lesson. In order to save this item, this unit, you have to approach the floor plan. So I will select 2D, and after, from the button which gives you the opportunity to select the base units, the tall units, and the wall units. If you remember from the first lesson, you will not select the arrow of this icon, you will select the icon. So if you select this icon, after, by pressing left click on the desirable unit, it will be selected, it will be marked with blue. And from the window items, from this button, you can save this item. You will write at the description the name. Okay. And after, you will write the name of the file. Save. And after, in order to go back, in order to deactivate this button, you will press once the button escape. In order to see this item here in the catalog units, you will have to close the project, and after you will see it in that catalog. If you want to design sliding wardrobes, you will approach the catalog kitchen and wardrobe, units, wardrobes, slidings. Here you have two types of light type of wardrobes and sliding heavy type. Let's select one of it. So the button select. It will be opened the same window as you saw before for the standard wardrobe. Here you have one option extra, the sliding. This is the option where you can set the number of doors. For example, if you have one wardrobe with 3 compartments, but you don't want 3 doors, you can set here that you want 2 doors. Forward, you have the same options as you saw before. You can change all these values, the thickness of the melamine, and these options you can change them too. So I will set the dimension of the sliding wardrobe. The compartments, again, the compartments will be divided in equal dimension. I will go to the next step. Again, here you can set one of the compartments to be smaller or bigger, as you saw before. And if you will go to the third step here, because in this case of sliding wardrobe, the wardrobe has this profile, aluminum profile, you can divide the doors if your client wants. So you will select the door in the sketch, and from this button, for example, you can divide in the numbers you want. So you will write here the number of partitions and after split. If you want to select more than one door, you will select one of it, and after with button Shift and left click, you will select in the same time 2 doors, for example. And again, from the first button, you can specify the number of partitions, and after the button split. For example, I will select in the same time by pressing Shift and left click these 2 partitions, and from the second button, I will do another kind of dividing and after split. For example, if you want to add glass, or if you want to add, for example, mirror, you can select the partitions you want. If you want to select more than one, you will press Shift and left click, and after, from the blank type, you will select the design you want, for example, mirror. Or I will select now this partition and this one by pressing Shift and left click to be selected in the same time. And from the blank type, I will set them with glass, for example. Don't forget that you can change the dimension of one partition by selecting it in the sketch. In this blank height, you can set it smaller. Pay attention, in order to be smaller. You can't set it bigger because you set at the beginning the height of the wardrobe, but you can set it smaller and after update, and automatically the partition with the mirror will be automatically bigger. The same I will do for this partition in order to be the same. So I selected it, and after here in this blank I will write the dimension I want and update. I will go to the next step, which is meaning the last one, and from the same list with different kind of accessories, I will add an inner drawer. In order to add an inner drawer, I remember you that you can add it even from the other type of wardrobe, the standard one. You will select first the fixed horizontal shelf, and after you will add it on the compartment you want. By pressing left click, you can see the shelf, and in order to fix it, as I said before, you can select the button local, and from the bottom side of this partition, from this compartment, or from the top side, you can set exactly the distance you want to keep. For example, from the bottom side of this compartment, I will fix this shelf at 1 meter, and after update, the shelf will be fixed, and don't forget to deactivate the button local. After, I will select from the same list a filler in order to create. So I create first the space I will add the inner drawer. So let's add a filler. I selected it, and after, with one left click in this space, I can see the filler, and in order to fix it, I will fix it in the left side of this space by pressing one left click. In order to have another filler, I will do another left click in this space, and I will fix it in the right side of this compartment by pressing left click. And after, I will select the drawer, which I will, in order to specify the compartments I want this drawer to have, I will write the number in this blank. And after, by pressing left click in the created space, I can see the drawer. I will do apply if I don't want to add something else in the wardrobe. And as we saw before, we can hide the doors from this button, or we can open them from this button by indicate the door we want to open. After, we will press this button. So it's the same procedure as you saw for the units from the catalog kitchen. In order to change the color of the doors, you will approach the same window, which is meaning the materials. Again, you can see details regarding the expansion of this unit, the cut list, the price list, all these technical details. As I said at the beginning of this lesson, with the option cubes, you can also change the units from the catalog kitchen. So if you want to change, for example, a unit, a tall unit, let's say a tall unit with ovens, for example, and microwaves. Let's say that we want to have such kind of unit with drawers, but here you can see that the drawers are 4 at the number. So I will select, for example, this unit. I will edit on the project, and after In order to change its design or some details regarding the technical part or whatever you want, you will press right click on the unit, and from the option Geometry Edit, you will select the option Front Builder. Here you will select in the sketch the all the space you see. You will select if you want in the same time by pressing Shift and left click, and after from this button you will delete all these parts. And forward you will start by divide this door in the way you want. From the first button, for example, I will create a space. So I will divide on horizontal and I will create this space of height 50 centimeters for the button or for the top door. So you will select the option you want to keep, and after you create that space, you will specify what exactly you want to add there. For example, maybe you want to add some drawers. So don't forget that before the unit had 4 drawers. For example, now you want here to have 2 drawers, one bigger and one smaller, for example. So that part will be selected, it will be red, and after from the third button I will specify the number of the drawers and the height, because I want to have each drawer at another dimension, another height. I will add one by one. So first drawer, I want to have, for example, this height. And the second one, so I will select the part which I see on the top side of the drawer. You can see here its dimension. I will select again the third button and I will add another drawer at that height. Now I will select the other part of this wardrobe, which is now a door. And from the same button, from the first one, I will create another space, for example, a small space, in order to be free. So I will select the fourth button in order to be a free space. After I will select the other side of this wardrobe, and from the first button I will divide at 60 centimeters in order to add from the blank type an oven. And after I will select the door I see on the top, which now is only one door, a single one. I will select it here, and from the second button I will divide it in the middle, and after I will apply. So don't forget that after you changed this unit, as you saw before, you can save it in the catalogs blocks. It is very important to don't forget this option, that you have the opportunity to create your own library. If you want to design a base unit with different kind of drawers, I mean different height, you will select kitchen and wardrobe units, base units, and it is very important to select the option special construction unit. Here you will select the first item, you will edit in your project, and forward, you will select right-click on this unit, and after from the option Geometry Edit, you will be able to change it. So for example, if you want, as I said before, to have a different kind of height for the drawers, you will add this unit. And after, from the front builder, from this window, Geometry Edit, you will select the sketch, and after, from the third button, you will add one by one the drawer you want to add, specifying its height. I will select now the other side of this unit, and from the third button again I will add another drawer with different kind of height, and I will select the last side I have here. I can see its height in this blank, and I will select after again the third button in order to add another drawer with this height, and after I will apply. So in this way you can easy and fast to change a base unit. Don't forget, from this category, special construction unit, in order to have different height for your drawers.